howdy, y'all. Get those questions locked and loaded. It's Fridays with Frank. Howdy, y'all. All right, let me get over here. I gotta take care of something real quick. Let's see. Come on. Go bye-bye. Let's see. Yep, there we go. All right. Howdy, folks. Frank, KG6NLW here, and I'm holding a very special Fridays with Frank special edition because, unfortunately, last night, if you weren't paying attention, the NorCal swap didn't really happen on my channel. Turns out about 7:05, 7:10 p.m., somewhere in there, about an hour before NorCal was to go live, the remnants of Tropical Storm Mario, it's a Mario, decided to show up here and got quite a few booming echoes throughout the Alexander Valley here in Cloverdale, California. Yes, I live in a valley. I'm at the far west end of the valley, so I get to have fun with that. Oh, yeah, thank you, Brian. That's what I get for bringing the microphone. I bring the mic this way, and yeah. So, let's see. So, yeah, I really didn't have, the boom started, the light started. I brought the antenna down. I mean, yes, stuff's grounded and whatnot, but I brought it down just to be safe. So that's why there was no NorCal swap. And 4-5, don't worry, I will make sure you guys all get the required 15-20 minute break before Digital Rancher shows. That's actually one thing I want to mention. After my live stream, Digital Rancher Rob is going live with a late night show. That's what he's been doing every Friday. So if you haven't checked him out, check him out. When I end the live stream, it will drop you over into his live stream chat. So feel free to have fun with that. All right, Eamon, good to see you out there. It's what, 1 a.m. for you? Yeah, it's just after midnight UTC, so 1 a.m. for you. So there you go. So, all right. Webcam's in focus. Everything looks good. Before we dive into the Q&A, so start rolling those questions if you want. I want to mention something. Okay, I forgot who it was already. There's been a handful of us. I think Tank Radio, Tank Radio! I think he's done it. I know Josh has done it. And a few others have done it as well. The ARRL has, and yes, all credit to Josh here. So the ARRL, Josh had David Minster on last night for a nice little live stream. And the form for the HOA page stuff is so easy to fill out. And you do not have to be an ARRL member. This is basically, like Prep and Paul here. Paul, I do believe you live in an HOA, right? Or HOA adjacent type thing. So your antennas are restricted to a degree. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you live in an HOA. See, reverse Q&A there. I love it. Anyway, these bills here, you fill out this form, and I'll be dropping this in just a second in the chat here. These bills here, you just fill this form out. You don't have to be an ARRL member. It's open to all hams. member or not for ARRL. And I'm not a member. There's some things I don't agree with there, but it's okay. But I'm going to fill it out. Yep, send letters. Just like that, I've submitted my information for it. It's as easy as that, folks. So I want all of you out there in Cyberland to go do that, because we need to help our fellow hams in the HOA setting and whatnot to get them. Oh, I thought I saw something else in there. Okay, now. So. Sure, why not, Mark? Yeah. Someone mentioned last night on the chat. Let me move that up a little bit. Someone mentioned last night on the chat, install 40-foot tower, 40 or 50-foot tower. Yeah, that'll be absolutely fantastic. So there you go. So yeah, just have fun with it. And what is this about watching 4x speed, Mark? You can't do that with live streams. You cannot do that with live streams. It's not fun. Hey, Amtrak 1007's on the chat. Howdy, dude. Been a while since I've seen you. Hope you're doing well. Defund the HOA. Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree. Defund the HOA. And didn't I? Or just watch on two devices at 2x speed. Yeah, okay. And it can be addictive, but you can't do it on live streams because it's live. There's no way to fast forward. Anyway, so tonight with this Q&A, usually I go about an hour or so. Tonight, just so that there's that little extra padding there and people don't forget, because Digital Rancher is coming up after me, I'm going to go to about 6:30 Pacific time. So that's 8:30 Central. Right? Yeah, maths. The maths. Okay. With that, though, as you guys start to drop questions in the chat, if you are interested, and I do this just like everybody else does. If you are interested, I'm going to switch my monitors again. If you're in my Discord, come down here to the, let's shrink it. Oh, wait, sausage making disappear. There we go. Come all the way down here to the bottom, this live stream chat. You can join me in the audio, and your audio will go out over to YouTube. Sort of like what Josh does with the after chat. So if you want to hop on and say hello, or just ask your questions live, feel free to do it that way. Oh, come on, camera. There we go. I'm going to have to change how this mic boom is. There we go. Now it should stay in focus. But now everything's more stretched out. So, if you're in the Discord server, come on by and say hi, or, So, there we go. And, unlike Bougie Paul here, my Discord notifications will not pop off during my live stream, because I have streamer mode enabled. Paul, I'm gonna get until you fix that. I'm just gonna poke the bear every time in a fun way. Don't get me wrong, but in a fun way. Let's see here. Yeah, 4-5. That is true. There's a few of us, Frank Squared, and a few others that just fast forward through the intro outro stuff of the live stream. Absolutely. But hey, there's you might miss some critical information like the ARRL info or something like that. Yeah, and I've noticed the people in the chat don't really like it too much. I've noticed a few messages on Team Replay. So yeah. Anyway, that's all fun. Anyway. So this is Fridays with Frank, Q&AMA. Bring on the questions. It can be ham radio related. You new ham? You have a question? Ask me a question. Even if you're not a new ham, if you think you can stump me, yeah, do it. Let's see. Oh, in real life, yeah. There's a few repeaters I would like to just do that with. Yeah, feel free to ask questions and try to make them ham or railroad or photography related, because those are the three subjects that I'm really good at. And we'll see what happens. All right, let me catch up here. Let's see. Brian asks, what was the Adam Sandler movie where he has a universal remote control? That would if my memory's right, that would be the movie Click. Like click a button. That would be the movie Click. Came out the year I graduated, 2006. So there you go. I think that's the movie you're talking about. If I'm right, let me know. Oh, Mark wants to talk about antennas and lightning protection. So there's, you want some good polyphasers in line. Some lightning protection, ground rods, etc., etc. The best way to see this microphone being like that doesn't work for me. Okay, we'll try this. If I get blurry again, someone shout out and let me know. Hollywood. See, this is when I could have you on a voice setup. If I'd done things differently, this is when I could have you on. We could rabbit hole deep with this. Polyphasers, lots of good grounding, and best of luck to you. For me, I literally, like last night, as soon as the first boom happened, my remotes that I have a similar setup to what others do, like in Florida, and Tim Grayman Poda is setting up or has set up where it detects lightning within a certain range and it will automatically relay all the circuits off. I have something similar set up, detect lightning in the area. There was no lightning in the area at first. It was the thunderclaps that happened first due to cloud-to-cloud lightning. It stayed within the clouds, touching tips. It didn't hit the ground. And those, they're not as dangerous, but, they do end up with lightning strikes that way. And so none of my alerts went off, and we heard the boom, and I went running. So this studio, I noticed that. Come on. Thank you. See, I'm not lazy. I'm energy efficient. That's what the whole shirt says, by the way. So yeah, I went out, okay, so this studio shack is on the second story. So all the grounding has to go from second story to first story, and same with the coax and all that. But I went running like you've seen fat kids run. I'm round. Round's a shape. I'm round. You've seen my videos, I'm round. I went running. And I pulled down the antenna. So I have two military mast pole setups. One is at 15 feet, one is at 25 feet. The 25-foot one has the VHF antenna on it, and that's where the NorCal swap happens. Hey, Dave, good to see you in there. Glad you could make it. I pulled those. I had to get my drill bit because I have and hello, Kelly. Good to see you, too. So both poles, besides being guide down to a few areas and, being able to have tilt down abilities, they are also reinforced with cross members because the poles are up against the berm at the edge of my house. The ditch for the city drainage is on the other is part of the berm on the other side of my fence. So I have these cross membered, up against the fence at the T-posts, one at the end and one about 20 feet in. So I had to take my T25 hex bit, undo the cross members, and yank those bad boys down. And I just bring them all the way down into the yard, and I just go for the meantime. But Frequency Frontiers. Okay. My brain is mush today, so not the greatest days to be doing this. And yes, I'm doing this way. Let's hear. That is David, I think. Is that right? That's freaking. That's David, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. He says, "Leave it up and have good insurance." Yeah, that's one way to do it. Absolutely. Okay, cool. I got it right. Awesome. Let's see here. Hammer time. Well, Graceful 4, I don't have a hammer big enough to do that. So, Torx bit. Yeah, not hex. Why was I thinking hex bit? I don't. Hex bit, Torx bit, T25. How's that? We'll go there. So, Hollywood. Okay, hold on. Before I get to Hollywood, Graceful 4, I am not, unless you're talking about something else, stop, collaborate, and listen. It's hammer time. That's anyway. Paul Funny. So, Hollywood, yes, I use Noah Same as well here. The problem is this storm. So, it was remnants of Tropical Storm Mario. It hit SoCal, and, according to the weather guessers, that's what I call them, meteorologists are weather guessers because they never get it right. They just don't. They said it was just going to go up over the Sierra Nevadas and hug the Sierra front. So that means the foothills all across the western edge or the eastern edge of the Central Valley. Okay, cool. I'm fine. I'm coastal. I'm 50 miles inland at best from the Pacific Ocean. No worries. Not a problem. I looked at the radar and I went, yeah, we might see some rain or at least some overcast. Okay, cool, whatever. We were not expecting rain, thunder, lightning, We were not expecting any of that. We weren't supposed to have any of it. But we wound up with quite a bit of it. We measured something like just shy of an inch of rain here last night. And that was, for September, that's not something to sneeze at. That's a good bit of water for September, especially in California. And Mark, I know you're here in the chat, and Graceful 4, I know you're in California unless you moved. You guys can attest to this. California is technically a desert climate, despite what everybody says. So, wow, I was about to reach for my phone as the mouse to do this. Gotta love it. So, yeah, we were... I was like, okay, we'll have some some overcast skies, but I was not expecting any of that. So, yeah, David, they all strip the same, absolutely. No, Paul, if I do, that's for only hams. Let's hear. Noah Radio and IFTTT to play Thunderstruck. Yeah, right, Mark? Well, yeah, absolutely. Brian, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Weather forecasters are the only profession where you can still be employed when you're wrong 98% of the time. Absolutely. Let's see here. Yeah, see? It's SoCal, 76 and sunny, even at night. Yeah, it's definitely, people go, oh, but you live in such a beautiful area. It's so nice and luscious with vegetation. Yeah, but 90... So, fun history fact, the Central Valley from Reading to Bakersfield. Okay, we're going to pull up a map here. Okay, while I'm waiting for the map to come up, Hollywood's exactly right. Remember, folks, the leading edge of the storm is where the lightning is. If you hear thunder, you've been in the zone for a hit for a good 10 minutes already. Yes, usually out here, the thunder is what tells us, oh, hey, it's about to pour. And, yeah, I got soaking wet trying to take the antennas down, or the mast down. So, I know I'm not getting, let me switch accounts so that I don't have all my favorites tied up across the map. Otherwise, all you'll see is a whole bunch of pinpoints here. Let's see. There's San Diego. There's Medford. Okay. Let's switch over here. So, let's see. Yeah, you guys can see my mouse here. Hey, Michael, good to see you. Tortoise Overland. Woohoo! Yeah. Oh, no. Woo-woo. Woo-woo. What Tortoise? Are the POTA police here? Woo-woo! That's the sound of the POTA police. Anyway, so from right here, let's see. Can I make... Yeah, I can make myself bigger. Let's just... We're going to make Frank nice and big so Frank can point this out easily. Let's see. And I'm pointing the... Right? Yeah, okay. Here we go. I forgot I'm reversed here. So from about here, this whole thing right here, this is your history fact for today. This whole thing right here from Reading all the way down the Central Valley, it comes all the way down... Oh, there we go, to Bakersfield. That used to be a lake. Millions and millions and millions of years ago, that used to be a lake. The rest of all of this is all desert. Yeah, it looks green and lush, but this is all desert. Desert, coastal desert, it doesn't matter. It's all desert. It's not, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Nevada, Utah desert, but this whole area is all right here. Yeah, this whole area is all desert. And this used to be one big lake. Let's see. Can I highlight this area? Let's see, we'll highlight it. Nope, it zooms into Reading. Of course it zooms into Reading. But yeah, this whole area here, from down here, right there, this whole area used to be one big lake bed. So, it's quite interesting. I would, except it would just crash the whole streaming computer at this point, and I'm not trying to do that. Yeah, a little bit, yeah, a little bit. The San Andreas Fault is more along the coastal range, so just west of there. So, okay, we'll do this. So, San Andreas Fault goes mostly along this darker green area here. Whereas this area a little further inland. So, oh yeah, the Salton Sea. That's another story. That's a whole nother debacle. You want to talk about the Salton Sea, Troy? You go over to Nada Rubicon's channel. He has some interesting info on that. Let's see here. Hollywood. Lightning behaves much like RF, more more than it does DC or AC mains. I believe it. It's wild, sporadic, and goes everywhere. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Is what you're trying to say? Yeah. Mark, what happens when lightning hits train tracks? I have not been within a reasonable distance of any lightning storms on or off that has happened. So I do not know. I would presume it because there is a small amount, like I'm talking millivolts of AC electricity going through the tracks, in order to control the signals, and all that sort of stuff. There is a small, you can obviously go and touch the tracks with your bare hands, and nothing's going to happen. But it's gonna, yeah. I don't think it's gonna do much. So Amtrak 1007 says propagates out slightly, but heads to beat ground. Yeah, that sounds about right. And the signal guys get pissed. Yeah. The signal maintainers, they probably grumble as they. Actually, this is actually a good question, Mark. I have someone. It's actually another Mark that lives in Bakersfield. Is he in Bakersfield still? He's there, Bakersfield, Mojave, Tehachapi area, that area, Kern County. He used to be a signal maintainer. I'm gonna message him and I'm gonna be like, "Have you ever had this happen? And if so, what happened?" And I will follow up with you personally, Mark, as to what he says about that. So, Hollywood, rails on the ground antenna. I'm not going to get into it because there's still a lot of logistical planning going on, but there is Willet Antenna Rail Edition. I'm just going to leave it at that. Let's see here. And Troy, going back to your comment, how is that? Because I wanted to ask you directly, because I don't know if you saw the chat or what. How's that spool antenna working out for you? Have you been able to play with it? I haven't seen last week's, this past Tuesday's Clubhouse. So, how's that spool antenna working out for you? And if you want to go out and get on like 20 or 40 or something like that, hit me up. I'm good on QRZ. We live locally enough, and I'm home primarily Thursday through Saturday. So hit me up if you want to go out and play on HHHF. And get some real fun going on there. Just, let me know. Mark, okay. So, don't feel dirty. You are the Mark, as far as I'm concerned. You are the only Mark. This guy, he and I don't get along too well. Like, we're cordial, but, yeah, the less I have to interact, the better. I'll say that. Railroad tracks that are not active, i.e. no power on them, would make an awesome receive antenna. Spikes don't go to Earth. So, yeah, the spikes go into the wood that is, well, no, not concrete, but go into the wood. So, yeah, they don't go to Earth. But, yeah, so, Michael, that's one thing. I'm going to have some fun videos with that. It's not a whole lot of I can't say a whole lot about it. I'll just say it there. Let's see here. Graceful 4, Ham's not getting Graceful. He is not. So this other Mark that I'm talking about, that's a retired signal maintainer, I know him through the railroad. He is not a ham. He is not a ham. He is a fellow.
It is 5:30 p.m.
Thank you, D-Star. I forgot I had that up. Okay, let me fix that. There we go. So, he is not a ham. So, no, it's not hams not getting along. It's railroaders not getting along. That's where that is. And there is a foundation. So, railroad tracks are usually bermed, just made up of a berm just a little bit. It's dirt, rocks, the ties, and then the rails are spiked or clamped with a clip with the concrete ties to the rails are spiked or spiked or concrete clamped. Thank you, Frank, for remembering that, to the ties. So yeah, there's really no found. It's built up, but it's not a foundation, like not a typical house foundation. There's no, rebar and then this and then this and then this. It's literally gravel on top of dirt, and ties are sunk. The ties are placed down, the rails are placed on it, the gravel's placed over it. It's literally that simple. That's how easy making tracks is. Let's see here. They are good for more than nivets. Yeah, nivets. They're good more. They're way more better for DX. I will say that. Yeah, a rock bed. There you go. That's a good way to describe it. Absolutely. All right. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Text notifications that don't concern me right now. Let's see here. Michael, are you sure you're not maintenance away? You didn't do maintenance away in a previous life or something? Hey, Colin, good to see you. Good day, mate. Let's see. Troy, yeah, it is turning into... Well, hey, it can be ham, railroad, or photography related. You in the chat get to guide how this goes. You want to lean it more towards photography? We can lean it more towards photography. You want to lean it more towards ham? We can lean it more towards ham. I do not see my other my fellow photographers in here, so it's a I'm not going to say it's a quiet night, but yeah, it's quite interesting. Anyway, so yeah, this is Q&AMA. So while I'm waiting for questions to pop in, a reminder, I do have Discord active and running. That way, sorry, notification popped up and I'm like, huh? Anyway, okay. So, let's see here. Amtrak 1007. What band has a 39-foot quarter wave? What band? 39 feet. See, I'm better with meters. That's the problem. I am gonna have to let's see. I'm gonna have to refer to the Google for this one unless Hollywood gets the answer in first. 39 quarter wave band antenna. Let's see. The stupid AI doesn't want to cooperate, so I don't know. Unfortunately, that okay. So good job, you stumped me. That's that's a good question there. Let's see here. Graceful 4. Both granddads worked on the railroad. Moms pulled levers on a couple bridges on the Delta, and Stanislaus out in Lyoth? No, not Lyoth, Lyoth, yeah, and Lathrop, early 20th century. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, don't run spark gap on tracks. Oh, come on, people. Why didn't you tell me the yeah, thanks. Hi, Paul. Oh, It's going. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, don't run Spark Gap on tracks. Geez, now the chat's going into it. Let's hear. Graceful Four's dad built Pullman cars in Richmond. That's a lot of history there. Let's see here. You need an floor for your MTC Explorer firefighter. Oh, you're asking Colin that. Okay. Let's see here. Stick rail is 39 feet. Yeah, but who uses stick rail these days? Let's see here. See, Hollywood got it. So there you go. 47.5 meter band. 47.5 meter band. Let's see. That's definitely below 40 meters, but above 60. So what is that? Like 6 megahertz? Somewhere around there? Okay. 9.8. Not, or 9.8 megahertz. All right. Okay. Yeah, see, Tortoise and Colin are having their own conversation in chat now. I love it. God. Gee, you guys are everywhere. So, Paul, what's up with you? Oh, very cool. And apparently my camera is... All right, we're going to try this.
I don't see anything focused though. I'm just wondering what it's trying to focus on. There's nothing focused on.
Oh, did I just... I just killed my camera doing that. Let's see. Come on. USB streaming standby. All right, let's fix that. It was trying to focus on the boom arm. That's what it is. And now I've completely lost the... Yeah, okay, there we go. One thing at a time. All right, there we go. There's that. And then we're going to bring the Discord. Now Discord audio is in. I forgot to pull that up. So what it is, Paul, is I bring this too far over, and it wants to focus right here on this part of the boom arm. Yeah. And so, you know, when I bring the microphone closer, because I can hear myself in my headset. If I sound too far away, I bring it closer, and then it autofocuses unless I move the camera way over in order to focus on me.
Can you change the setting for like
Yeah, I just leave everything in autofocus, so that way I don't have to worry about it. Hollywood says radio has better pictures anyway. Don't worry, Frank. Okay, cool. Let's see here. And Lee McNasty's in the chat. No math on stream. Lee, this is where we break that rule. We break that rule here every single time. No math on stream. Don't. No. We math on stream. And Flab, yeah, no, sorry about that. Yeah, what it was is I moved the camera over so that it would stop autofocusing on this boom so much. Because, as I said, if I bring it, well, now it's not going to do it. Oh, see how it's focusing on the boom like that instead of my face? Then again, it is right in front of my face. It was doing that constantly. So I went to move the camera over, and the USB cable, it's USB-C, but the USB cable went, ha, and pulled out just slightly. So I had to reset it in OBS. So, and, yeah, Lee, Hollywood is great for massing on stream. Absolutely. Oh, Tortoise. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's see. Here. If you guys didn't catch it, the programming video on this bad boy dropped today. And yes, you can program it from the front panel. It is that easy. No computer needed. Let's see. All right. So I'm on 16032. Let's see if I can do this backwards. One up. program channel. Let's see. Channel memory. We're going to put that into channel 7. And just like that, I go from VFO to channel 7. That's how easy it is to program these radios without CPS. I am amazed. Busted. Yeah, I'm Southern Pacific through and through. I grew up with SP out of Oakland, Martinez, and grew up on the Northwestern Pacific Railroad. That literally the NWP, not this place, but when I was going my childhood home, the NWP was like a block away from my house. So, you know, up until the La Nina storm of 97, 98, I could go a block away every time I knew a train was coming because there was a grade crossing about a half mile from the house. So, yeah, big time SP. Absolutely. And for those that don't know what ESPEE or SP is, Southern Pacific Railroad. For those in Texas, you might know it as Cotton Belt or TNNO, Tango and November Oscar. You do that. Speaking of that, if you're not in my Discord, feel free to join the Discord. I just dropped the link. And yes, I do it like I do everywhere else. It gets dropped 3 times. I know people go nuts with that, but that way people that aren't paying attention, if they scroll back just a little bit, they can go, oh, hey, there's the link he just dropped for, you know, whatever it is. So, yeah, feel free to join Discord if you're not already there, and hit me up. I'm somewhat active when I'm not working. So Lee says Texas knows SP. Yeah, because the SP took over the Cotton Belt, the SSW, and the TNNO. Absolutely. Yeah, you know SP. But not everybody knows what the initials stand for or stuff like that. So, absolutely. You know, and then there's always the fun fact that the SP invented the Sprint network. So for those who were on Sprint phone back in the day, or, you know, I think it's T-Mobile today, that was a SP invention for the SP before it became public. So why did that send both of those? Okay, well, let's try this again. Oh, is that? No, that's not why. Okay. Let's click that. Okay, it does it again. So, it's Fridays with Frank. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, Q&A made. Drop your question in chat with question or at me. Try and stump me. Like, go far enough back here. Like Amtrak 1007 did. Try and stump me. Yeah, easy peasy for some, not for everyone. Let's see. Oh, the wrong button. I was still too far down there. Okay. Hollywood says we would be more motivated if there was a Frank Dunk Tank. Well, unfortunately, I don't know. Paul, is there something on Streamlabs that I could make a virtual Frank Dunk Tank? Do you know of?
A virtual Frank what?
Dunk Tank. You know, like you throw an apple at a target.
No, there's a tip glass. I don't know about a dunk tank. I don't think so.
Well, Hollywood, well, I'll have to figure that out and see what we can do about next time.
You could just stream from a real dunk tank.
Yeah, that's not as fun, though. And it gets a little messy with the electronics. So while I'm waiting for more questions to drop in, I need your guys' help. I'm at. Okay, why did it scrolled? It scrolled again. I swear, I had this perfect. And it scrolled again. There we go. I am at 1,723 valid public watch hours out of the 3,000 I need in a rolling 365 days. If you guys can help me get this number up to that 3,000 and keep it there might be something fun coming to channel for a giveaway maybe. So Flab asks, thinking of getting a mail forwarding address for the FCC records. Anyone that behaves ever get a snail mail from the FCC? No. No, absolutely have not. I've been a ham. The end of this month October 3rd will make 23 years of being a ham. Except for my license when I was brand new and the first renewal, I have not gotten a single piece of FCC mail. As far as getting a mail forwarding address, is it because is it for privacy concerns, or is it for because you're going to be traveling RV type thing? I'm curious because I have a few suggestions as far as as far as getting FCC mail. No, I haven't seen anything in the past 20 years at this point. Okay, privacy concerns. Absolutely. That's valid. So there have been a few RV places that do things, for mail forwarding and stuff. If you don't have something local and you want to get a virtual mailbox, because that's basically what they're called, I am going to tell you, and for privacy, for RVing, RV camping life, like Temporarily Offline Steve does, or any Mike Hiken and him and any of those guys. If you want to get a mail forwarding thing that doesn't cost you too much and you actually get a good service out of it, I'll drop the link here in a second. Circle 6 Mail Drop. This is run by Vern and Renee 6. It is new. It is fantastic. It is based out of Texas. I will drop the link. Feel free to check it out. But big shout out to Vern and Renee. They have been working their butts off getting this going. But I would check out Circle 6 Mail Drop to get your mail forwarding done, because all the other places they charge. So here we'll just look at it live here. So let's see. If you were to do, let's just do monthly service, just because. A Boondocker, $18.99 a month. Pull through is $21.59 a month, and full hookup is $24.99 a month. Now this is mail stuff, so that is just how they name their price sets. Monthly, and then if we look at yearly, where you save 20%, that's $182.30 for a year for the cheapest one. And if I were to go to USPS, that's just for giggles. Where is... Let's see. Post office box prices. There we go. Why that couldn't be found easier than that, I have no idea. Why are they not giving me... Okay, just proves my point. My dad worked for the post office. He's retired. But I can't find the prices right off the top just by clicking that. Where with Circle 6, you can get it right away. So, yeah, there's something for that. Lee, exactly. Yeah, it's mostly for RVs, but, reach out to Vern, see what he has to say about it. That's what I'm going to say about that. Have I ever heard of Dogman or Gugway? Yes, I've heard of Dogman. I'll put it this way. If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, yes, I believe in some things. I don't. This isn't a channel for it. We don't talk the supernatural here too much. This is more ham and Q&A for general stuff, yeah. But no, we don't talk about that. I will say that. Yeah, absolutely, Flap, not a problem. Yeah. So okay, there you go. You already have something in mind. That's it. Did I hear Boondock? Yeah, I thought I heard Boondock Echo. Did you hear Boondock Echo, Paul? Oh, Paul must have stepped away. Whatever you do, do not open the door. That's all I gotta say. Do not. Really? No. Okay. Guys, is there... Oh, okay. Scared me for a second, Paul. Okay. Yeah. Don't open your door. Absolutely. Do not open it. That's all I'm going to say. So let's hear. Small P.O. Box, 55 for 3 months. Let's hear. 192 for 12 months. So yeah, you get your pick at the trade and see what you get there. Let's see here. Colin got his 248 DXCC on FT8 the other day. Very nice. Good job, Colin. Was it on a common band or was it on one of the work bands? Let's see. So while we're waiting for that, Q&A. Let's see. We have just over a half hour left. Let's see. Let's see what somebody already has the question. See if anybody has any more fun questions for me. How's that? Yeah. Let's hear. And Brian has a good point. With a P.O. box, you still have to go there and retrieve the mail. Whereas with like Circle 6 Mail Drop and other places, they send you scans of the mail. If you want the mail, you get, they'll send it to you. That's part of that pricing. And if you don't want the mail, they just toss. They securely toss it. There's whole rules and regulations behind that. I would like to work at the Vatican one day, but that's down the road, just a little ways. Okay, the Amtrak 1007. This might be a polarizing question here. Siemens Charger, which for those that don't know is one of the newer diesel locomotives for Amtrak nationwide, versus an F-59. Which is another, it's an EMD product. Which one sucks and why? So the question for you before I can answer that, are we talking OG F-59 like what Metrolink has? Or are we talking F-59 PHI like what Pacific Surfliner, CDTX, etc.? Which version of the F-59 are we talking about there? PHI. Hey, see that? This is why I love my chat. It's quick and responsive. The Chargers are horrendously horrible. Hold on. Sorry, from like a month and a half ago, I still have this cough. It has not gone away. Absolutely annoying. The Siemens Chargers are absolutely horrible. They don't work right. The mechanics are not working out right. they're, you know, horrendously horribly. Yes, absolutely, Brian. Hey, Fred, W1FRD Radio. Hey, Fred, good to see you in the chat. I take it you're back home now, so good to see you in here. So Amtrak, yeah, I'll take an F-59 PHI over the Chargers any day of the week because, well, as you said, they're great sleds on the hills in the Midwest. Yeah, absolutely. The problem, it's not that Siemens made a bad product. Siemens makes great products. We have LRVs galore that are Siemens. The problem is Amtrak Midwest, Amtrak California, which includes the Surfliners, and everywhere else that has gotten, hold on, this message I actually have to respond to. Oh, what was that? Yes, you're watching Frank do life work in real time. Oh, that was lens capture dropped. Okay. So yeah, IDTX, CDTX, well, Amtrak California. That's the whole umbrella for CDTX and the Pacific Surfliners. They did not get the Siemens manufacturer program where they send somebody out, and granted Amtrak has to pay for it, but they send somebody out that specifically knows how to maintain and work on the Siemens products. You know, they've had EMD and GE all their lives. They don't know any better. They haven't done anything else. And so they weren't aware that you needed to have a specific mechanic come out and help you work on and deal with these things. So that's why they're failing so much, is because they don't have the proper mechanics working on them. So yeah, F-59 PHIs for sure over the Chargers. Now, if they had the mechanics around, it might be 50-50, in my opinion. Let's see here. Colin says his Motorola Charger died the other week, but luckily the government replaced it as its rescue for work. Glad I did. Yeah. I cannot imagine what that price tag would have been right now for that. Absolutely. Hey, John. Good to see you. So, John, for last night, if you weren't paying attention, or if you were, the NorCal swap didn't happen because Tropical Storm Mario, and I did this before and I'm going to do it again, Tropical Storm Mario, it's a Mario, decided to come overhead and had nice big thunder and lightning storm, and like an hour before the swap started. So there was no way I was doing the swap last night. The antenna came down very quickly. So let's see. So we're going to keep going, and I'm going to make this little shout out. If you guys have the TalkPod N39 Plus or any of the other POC TalkPod radios, I'm almost always listening when I'm around on 146.52 and 446, and well, us YouTubers have another one that we listen to, but that one's not very active. Let's see. Right now, there's 16 people subscribed to the 14652 talk group. So if you have one of these, lots of fun. Come by, say hi. They're quite an interesting setup there. So with all right. Sorry, I got to manage family life again. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, see, Colin, that's why I get the aftermarket batteries. Okay, granted, for me versus you, you need legit, 100% stuff. But for me, I just grab a set of aftermarket batteries, and they work just the same. Same everything. And I have not tested it yet, and I probably don't want to. But the battery on this bad boy will probably fit in my Apex 7000. By the way, since you missed the beginning, this is Baofeng. Looks exactly like an Apex 7000 almost, doesn't it? And it has front panel programming, easy to charge. I love it. I mean, I don't love it. I'll take my Motorola any day, but this has been quite interesting to mess around with. Only a half hour or so more before I call it quits for this live stream. This special edition of Fridays with Frank Q&A AMA. And then at the top of the next hour, 0200 Zulu, I am going to I'm going to forward all y'all to Digital Rancher Rob. He's going to have his late night live stream. Oh, let me guess. Are you one of those Apex guys there at Dayton every year? You don't have to answer, but based on that, yeah, no, there's a lot of Motorola gear at any of the ham shows. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, okay, that's fair. Too rich for your blood. Yeah, that's absolutely fair. Let's see where. Oh no, that's still downstairs in the vehicle. I was going to show you the NX. Well, you've seen it, but yeah, I have NX 200 and ICOM F3161 and a couple others that I rotate around for work. Lots and lots of fun playing with those. Absolutely. The Motorola's though, yeah, little rich, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 here in the Shack studio alone. Along with a bunch of Kenwood gear. I have 4, 5, 6 Kenwood radios, commercial radios here in the Shack. So there you go. Commercial galore. That's how I look at it. And yes, I still have my pink tumbler from Coffee and Ham Radios. So why is I'm gonna live troubleshoot this. Why is it? Oh, I see why it's showing that. I didn't finish off the command. Oh, see, this is what I was talking about earlier. I moved the microphone boom arm, and it focuses on the boom arm and not my face.
Yeah, I can see it now. It's behind the text, I think is why I didn't notice it before.
Probably. So let's fix this entry here, and then reload the script. Reload script. And now if I punch it in, yeah, see, there we go. Now it works right. You guys got just under 20 minutes. It's Fridays with Frank and a Q&A. You want to ask some fun questions or just hang out. That's fair too. Let's see here. Typical government, Colin says they pay 2,000 Australian dollar dues per handheld, and there are over 50,000 users in the state on. Yeah, that adds up to some serious math very quickly. Oh, and that was the old handhelds. So that wasn't even like the new Apex radios. That was what, maybe like the XTS series radios or something older than that, Colin. So for those that don't know, when you talk Motorola radios, period, the model number is usually the base price tag of the radio. So a Motorola for MSRP commercial use. The Apex 8000, you're looking at dropping $8,000 just for the base model. Now times that by, 100, 200, 500 units, and you can understand why your state, local government might be a little broke. I'm just, that's just one of the reasons. But it gives you a good idea as to why things are like that. Oh, that was the FCS 25. Yeah, okay, so that's a much older radio now. Are they finally getting the Apex series radios, or are they getting the Apex Next radios, Colin? Because if they're getting like the Apex 4, 6, 7, 8K radios, or the Apex Next, because the Apex Next, that's just double the base price at that point because of the LTE coverage. Let's see here. Encryption is stupid expensive for government radios. I could rant for an hour on Moto and their Amtrak 1007. So could I. So let's see here. We're gonna get Paul's gonna hate me. I'm sorry, Paul. We're gonna get ASMR serious about this. The amount of money Motorola is rolling in for all of the stuff they sell, from the radio-based package to the encryption to the subscriber base to the controllers, and especially when it's P25 trunking, the money they are rolling in. Oh, I wish I could have that kind of money. That's all I'm going to say about it. I wish I could have that kind of money. You're welcome, Paul. Absolutely. By the way, you can chat. You're right there in Discord, so feel free to say whatever. Yeah. Just get those low bandpass filters. That might get my ASMR filtered out. So Colin, are they gonna stay on the 410 to 418 megahertz range, or are they gonna move to somewhere else as they upgrade? Because out here, as soon as they moved, they upgraded to 7,800 megs, and that, we're for most part, we're all hams here. We all know how the spectrum works. The higher in frequency towards the gigahertz range you get, the more towers you need, especially in very mountainous territory like Colorado, Nevada, Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, California, Washington, Nevada, Oregon. Yeah. It's been a nightmare, to say the least. Oh, see, Colin, you're so lucky to stay at 400 for that. Yeah. Everybody and their mother went, oh, the FCC says, even though they didn't have to, rebanding and selling off band and this and that. The FCC says we got to move. Oh, we got to move to 7,800. And then, the price of, say, 10K for the whole system suddenly became 50K or 100K for the system, because they had to move and then add multiple sites in to fill in those dead spots. So, if it were up to me, VHF everything and UHF inside the buildings, and use a dual band radio and be done with it. But that's just me. Let's see. Okay, we're all good there. So glad you're able to stay at the 400 meg range down there in Australia, Colin. Absolutely, that's fantastic. But yeah, and Amtrak, as far as encryption goes, I'm sure you already know this, but the railroads are not going to encryption anytime soon. And as far as try a 7K portable and go from there. Yeah, that's an Apex 7000 base price, and then, multiply it by, let's say, 100 units for, and, that's, so the 7000 is a handheld, so a 7,000 times 100 units, that's, we don't do money math on Streamly. We do all the other math. It gets to be pricey very quickly. Yeah, see, Colin, we could go on for hours about that, encrypted versus unencrypted. The only thing, I'm just going to leave it at this, the only things that I think should be encrypted and stay encrypted: SWAT, investigations, and stings. Those three things. Oh, those three things. I did not just do that on, SWAT, investigation, and stings. Those are the only things that should be encrypted. PII, of course, is part of that because it's personal information. So, records channel. So, those four things. That's it. So, there we go. And Paul, it's just like the after chat. Just hop in and say something. You don't have to chat it up all the time. Add Paul. So, Paul, are you here? Yeah, you're here in the U.S., right? Right now?
No, I'm in Texas.
Yeah, so in the U.S.
I'm in the Republic of Texas.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Add Paul, K5VLP, to your ham alert, because there's, what is it, the Texas QSO party and Texas POTA that's going on?
Yeah, just the Texas keys so far. But I'll do a photo too.
Okay, there you go. So add Kilo 5 Victor Oscar Papa into your ham alerts and try and work him. Let's see here. Flab asks, you think that congressional bill to block HOAs from busting people's NADA has any chance of passing? Flab, it's 50-50. It could happen. It could not happen. It all depends upon you guys, and I'll drop that link again. It all depends upon you guys and whether or not you fill out the form that I showed at the beginning of the stream. Just click on the link that I just dropped. All you have to do is put in your call sign and hit that big red button. That's literally all you have to do. So that's pretty simple. Let's see here. Hollywood wants to know, did I test my VHF coax? At this point, Hollywood, the VHF antenna has been... So it was the HF coax that was brand new that I was like, is this actually... Yeah. At this point, HF has been taken down here. I have no HF at the house. I'm just... It's been put away for now. It's on a back shelf, and I'm just going to have to deal with it. So if you hear me on air, FT8, SSB, I don't do CW, any of the digital modes, if you hear me, I'm probably at a POTA park. But if you hear me, and I'm not calling CQ POTA on phone, or, you hear my call sign, send me a message. Because, like a few others, my call sign has been used by a couple of pirates. Yay! I'm apparently popular enough to be pirated. Imagine that. So, yeah, if you don't hear this voice coming to you across the radio, don't acknowledge them. I'll leave it at that. And yeah, Lee, that's pretty much true for all of Motorola. Model number equals base price. Base price is what that is. Absolutely. And Tortoise, Michael, to answer your question, K5VLP, Victor, Oscar, Papa. So there we go. Let's see here. Yep, Hollywood, I'm sure you would. So there's multiple things going on, and the coax was the least of my problems. I was still, probably not a great idea, but I was still able to push out a few FT8 contacts here and there with the coax I was using, which is still brand new, but I'll have to investigate it later as to what's going on with it. But there's bigger fish to fry at the QTH as far as HF problems that I just don't have the time to do. Let's see.
Someone is at the front door.
I thought I put you in Do Not Disturb mode. Okay, well, anyway, I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, so there's bigger fish with HF that I have to fry anyway before I can get back on air. So, and Lee, yeah, you're right. This HOA bill comes up, at least every session, if not every couple session. And it does, it's a big nothing burger usually. This is going back to Flab, what you asked. But because the ARRL is doing something, it looks like, and go check out Josh's video. I will link it down in the description below. Let me actually see if I can pull it back up again. Ham Radio Crash Course. He had a great little quick live stream interview with David Minster, the CEO for the ARRL. And go watch it. Let's see here. Oh, that's not the link. Well, yeah, check out Circle 6 Mail Drop too while you're at it. But go check out Josh's channel with the live stream. He did a lot of good questions came out of it. A lot of good answers came out of it too. So go check that out, and put your call in the link. Click that link, put your call in, hit the big red button. It cannot get any easier than that. Well, Colin, that's today for us still. So, we still have what, just under 6 hours to still talk like a pirate. So, Flab, yes, there are other options other than Motorola for LEO, Fire, etc. And some of them are slowly moving towards those options. They're not Motorola prices, but they're not cheap either. Kenwood, ICOM, believe it or not, Kenwood and ICOM were not their main market. Their main market is law enforcement, fire, etc., etc. Railroads, we have a mix of Kenwood and ICOM in the railroad. For the longest time, we had Motorola, but when the verdict came down from the FCC that we had to go eventually to 6.25 kilohertz spacing for the railroad, they looked at other options and they went with NXDN because P25 was not making it for them. They tested everything. P25 was not making it. So they went with Kenwood and ICOM, so it's a mix of those two. The Kenwood NX210 and NX5000 series radios, and the ICOM F31761 are what we primarily use on the railroad. So, yeah, there are other options. They still cost, they don't cost an arm, a leg, and a liver for the departments, but they cost an arm and maybe part of a leg. So it's just getting your particular radio department to go, oh, hey, yeah, there's other options we can use. And they run, Kenwood, ICOM, Harris, well, it's L3 Harris now. They all run P25. They all, the Kenwood stuff has a base, a physical base radio. Well, like us, it's base mobile. It depends upon where you want it. That has P25, DMR, NXDN, and all bands, VHF, UHF, 7800, all in the one base rig. And you can put that in a car, a fire truck, an ambulance, at the fire station, at the EOC. It doesn't matter. So there we go. So hopefully that helps there. Let's see here. Jason. Hi, Cyber Jason. Let's see here. Hollywood. Something popped into Jason's head earlier this week, and seeing you here, you might remember details. Boston radio rivalry. Rivalry. Wasn't there a rivalry between two shows, one on AAF and one on BCN? He seems to remember involving London buyers. So, Hollywood, there you go. That's something for Hollywood to answer. Oh, let's see here. Hey, 10 minutes to go, and then I'm going to be shutting it down and sending all you fine people over to Digital Rancher for his late night live stream. I should probably pop in on him and say hi once in a while there. Yeah, while we're waiting for Hollywood to answer Jason there, any other fun questions from the chat? Or, Paul, if you have anything you want to ask?
Oh, no, I'm just talking to Fortis side.
Oh, very cool. Oh, it's totally okay, Jason. That's what this is. That's what we're here for. Q&A. Granted, it's here, but yeah, no, don't even fret about it. Just wait for Hollywood to say hello. I mean, he was. Let's hear. As of 6-7 minutes ago, he was in the chat. Ah, there we go. So he doesn't recall. Okay. So there's your fun answer for tonight, Jason. Absolutely. Hollywood is a man of much knowledge, much more than you could put 5 MIT Ivy League science guys in a room together, and Hollywood would still have more knowledge than them combined. So, a tip of my hat to you, Hollywood. You're pretty freaking awesome. No, there we go. Let's see. Hollywood, you're funny. Okay, let's see here. There we go. That's taken care of. Gotta love multi-streaming and having things. Oh, I forgot. Can I? Let's see. Chat settings. Sorry, chat. I'm disappointed. Not disappointed. Distracted. By, let's see here. We're gonna go with that. Do I have a way that I can... I'm trying to do something on the back end here, folks, so bear with me for a second. Where is... Let's see. Can I don't know if I can do this. Well, see, Frank on his QMA is having to... I actually have to Google something. Oh, okay. That's how I do it. Good to know. Okay. Lots of stations on... U.S. stations on 10-meter FTA. Yeah, 10 meters coming back up on this side of the world, Colin. It's leaning towards that winter time when it becomes active again. So, yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Unfortunately, no HF, as I, just told you about a few minutes ago. Unfortunately. I mean, I could... Let's see. Is this going to work? Oh, yeah, that works. I have no way to turn that down. Let's see here. 28.074. Enter. Yeah, just using a little. That's all I hear. Nothing but static on the shortwave receiver. So 10's your favorite band. Are you able to do other bands, or that's just that's where you like to hang out? Because if you can do the other bands, do you have another HF band's favorite? If not, that's okay. Everybody has their own bands. Let's see. Ah, there's the timer. 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes until another 2 weeks from now. So next week, on the 26th, I am hopefully going to have my CQ Chit Chat, which was supposed to happen tonight, but I didn't have enough of a response to actually set up a good roundtable. But so next week, if you guys want to talk about 2 meters, especially simplex, and odds and ends of propagation or tips and tricks you use, anything 2 meter related, let me know on Discord or Hollywood. If you want to, just email me and we'll work it out on that side for you. Because I'm putting together a CQ Chit Chat, which was supposed to be tonight, but it'll be next week, all about 2 meters and weird propagation, tips and tricks. What's your funniest story? What's your weirdest story? We go for about an hour with CQ Chit Chat. So, next Friday, the 26th at 5 Pacific, that's midnight Zulu. Come on by. Every Thursday, I have my NorCal SwapNet at 0300 UTC. So, next Thursday, next Friday are going to be very busy days. And, I also have the Discord, and I have a playlist. It's called Shareables. I want you guys out there in Cyberland. If you want to help me help you guys have fun. Get this watch hours up to 3,000 plus and keep it up there for as long as we can, because it's a rolling 365 days for the watch hours. If we get that up there with that Shareables playlist, I'm going to have a special giveaway on the channel. I haven't worked out all the details yet, but I am working on it. So feel free to get that number up. Right now I'm at 1723, so I'm getting there. But it's a rolling 365, so right now I'm at 723. Tomorrow I could be at 1700. So, I'm going to play the... I'm going to drop the playlist and just play it everywhere. Put it on your grandma's computer. Ask your neighbor to put it on. All your neighbors. Put it out on Nextdoor. Be like, hey, this guy, great, not great, good YouTuber, has lots of fun. Very interactive. Whatever. Just get it out there. Get it out there and have. Oh, there goes my microphone taking over the picture again. Yeah. So get it out there. Have fun with it. Let's see here. All right. Well, that's it. Okay, yeah. 10 is always everybody's first big success on HF, especially during Solar Maximum. I gotta love it. Flab, see, chat moves. Flab, absolutely not a problem. This is what I'm here for. I have fun. I have fun. I interact with you guys, and I'm still somewhat small enough, reasonably, that, yeah. I can literally one-on-one interact. Yeah, I may miss stuff along the way, but I can one-on-one interact. The chat.
My first 10 QSOs was 6 meters. I just took a look.
Oh, so see, there you go, 6 meters, and that was probably as a technician too.
Yeah, technician. Then it was a bunch of 10 meters, but that was in 2013. So
Not bad. So yeah, Flab, I'm here for the people, like most are, but I'm especially more so for the people. And Colin, we're not going to be making contacts. We're just going to be talking about 2 meters and all that fun stuff. So there you go. So Brant, is it not pop? Hey Paul, key up for me on Discord.
What's up?
Oh, okay. For some reason, it's not showing up on my overlay's not working on stream. I don't know why. I'll have to work that out. So, Brant, who you're hearing in the background, that is Paul, K5 Victor Oscar Papa, a.k.a. Prep Ham Paul, and he's in my Discord server in the live stream chat audio section. So that's always available when I'm around with this sort of stuff. Oh, with that, I'm gonna be this person. I'm a minute over time, so apparently Brant's not hearing you on. That's interesting. Let's see. I have that set up right. Oh well. Okay. So with that, just through my mic. Wow. Y'all take care. Go check out Digital Rancher later. 73 and put on. We'll catch you next week.